Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Professor Sam Norgaard, speaking to you from my friend Deb Malchek's home in Savannah, Georgia. Deb is an amazing artist, and you can see some of her work on the wall behind me. As a team, we are supported by each other, and so many people have helped us and hosted us as we've gone through the global projects. So a shout out to Deb to say thank you. I'm honored to have been selected once again by the Beadworkers Guild as a guest ambassador. The Beadworkers Guild brings us all together during International Beading Week to celebrate our passion for beads. Thank you to everyone at the Guild. We envision beaders from around the world tuning in to see what we're doing this year to celebrate International Bead Week. Sharing the screen with me today is Tana Felicia Flagg, who will be telling you, say hi, Tana.
Hello, everyone.
And Tana will be coming back on screen to tell you a little bit about this project as well. This year, we're calling the project All Colors. Those of you who joined in for last year's Black and White Together project will be happy to hear that weekly bead-ins are moving the assembly process forward, and we will be continuing to post updates on the Facebook page. I'm very excited to tell you that since last year's Global, I've been working very hard on organizing a website called Norgaard Designs. It is a platform for all things beads. It includes free lessons, workshops, lectures, and provides a space for you to meet up and meet upcoming beaders. It will be where we will provide the videos for the Norgaard Designs Global Project. Let me take you over to Norgaard Designs so you'll be able to know how to navigate and to get to us and to be able to find the global lessons and companion lectures. You will find that we will begin releasing the videos on July 23rd, and it will run until the final release on the 28th. This includes the lessons and the lectures, so look for them on the website. I'm going to take a minute now to share my screen and take you over to the Norgaard Design site. And here it is. You'll see that there are different tabs at the top of the page. And please do spend a little time visiting me, but where you're going to want to go for the global lessons and lectures is under Learning. You'll see when you bring your cursor over to Learning, free lessons and lectures pop up. Click on that, and it will bring you over to those two subcategories of lessons to help you grow, and lectures you won't sleep through. In lessons to help you grow, you'll find all the technical releases containing what it is that we're going to be making and contributing to the large global project. So under this page, it talks to you a little bit about my story. Once upon a time, Sam was talking with Terry Barrett. He's a wonderful author of Crits, a student manual. So if you're interested in learning about critique work, I recommend him. And he and I were talking about why it is that we've dedicated 50 years or more to teaching. Terry brought up that it was all about world peace. I was a little confused. As this idea settled into my mind, I did find out that it was true. The very foundation of the critique that I would hold is to develop skills for sharing, listening, and respecting another's idea. This was a piece of the path that's led me to do the global projects. How this works. Research. I spend lots and lots of time working, playing in the studio with beads and learning from many other great beaders. Special nods to Kate McKinnon and Laura McCabe, whose inspirational work has generously been shared and has inspired me for decades. I then cook up a casserole thinking of what these skills mean to me. I look at my different interests in 2D, 3D, and 4D space, collaboration, and teaching. A form that interests me usually rises to the top, and I look at it to think about how it would fit into the progression that I see as a series of annual global projects. I then take that form to my A team. This is currently Carol Romano Garrity, Tana Felicia Flagg, Dawn Peterson, and Deb Cherry Moshe. More research happens as they look at the form, give me feedback, and we move into thinking about what we're going to select for the project. Then the teaching happens. Through video, technique and possibility are taught. A specific form is asked as an outcome. What I'm going to be asking for, well, what I'm going to be teaching you, Tana, would you just hand me over the board and we can show them some of these. Thanks. We'll be teaching you how to make a pod. This was discovered by Kate McKinnon and explored by a global network of beaders. This particular pod will then be stitched upon, we'll stitch upon the pod, making it grow into a bigger form. Then this will be clipped or cut, and a bit of an unruly line of beadwork will come off that pod. This will then be wrestled into the final form, which I'm calling a flower form, which looks like this. Some people think they look like starfish, and I agree. I think they also look like starfish, but you'll hear me calling them flower forms. We've been making up here at Global Central, we've been making up different forms, and these are some from Carol Garrity, myself. The one still on the pod is by Deb Moshe. So the team has been playing along, and you'll see some made by Tana Felicia Flagg on the Facebook page. We have developed a Facebook page already called All Colors, and Carol is tending that. After you make your forms, you'll keep your pod as a tool, and then you'll mail in one or more of the forms that you would like us to include in the large global project. So the other part of the project that we're creating as our gifts for you is also under learning, and it is, let's go back to free lessons, which is where we'll provide the videos for how to make all these. And then you'll see there's a section on lectures you won't sleep through. And this is where you'll find our companion series lessons. This year, Tana has agreed to be the coordinator of this series. And I think what I'll do is I'll invite Tana in now and let her talk with you about this. Tana, did you want me to show them what it looks like here, or do you want to just talk with them first?
Sure. Why don't, while you have the website up, you might as well.
Great.
Give them a test run.
Great. So we've got the information from one of our beaders, and last year I did all the lectures, and we thought this year that Tana could take over the coordination of this section of the project, and also invite new new members to the team to offer their view on the world of beads. So on the site, we have these up for you today, but they will be coming down because we're not going to release them until the 23rd. But you'll see the 2021 lectures, and this is just a sample of what you'll see. You'll come to the screen where you'll see that Catherine Shriver is lecturing on Nico Williams' work. You see that here. This is her video. And then there's a photograph of Catherine, a bit in writing about what her video is about, and then a little bit about Catherine herself. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen and turn this over to Tana to help me explain to you what the companion lectures are about. So here we go.
Thank you. Well, it's really nice that we have all of you joining us today, and welcome again to the 2021 All Colors International Beadwork Project. The companion lecture series overview will be this part of the presentation. This year, there are 5 companion lectures connected to this project, highlighting artists who will share their artistic visions with you. And as Sam said, she's not responsible for them this time. Rather, we are introducing 4 of these artists who are very new to the international platform. This speaks also to the mission of our team and Norgard Designs. The mission to nurture and support the growth of young, aspiring, creative artists, and I'm honored to be part of this initiative. Each of these artists incorporate beads in their work and highlight other bead artists and creative communities. These young artists include Anvi Shah, a bead and fiber artist from India, who will explore the bead and needlework traditions of Indian communities that are steeped in culture. Anvi spent a good part of the year before COVID exploring communities in her native land and kind of spending time with the men and women in these communities to learn about their bead traditions. Rowena Henderson is the current journal editor of the UK Beaders Guild, who brings her view of the future of beading, drawing upon her experience as both a bead and a metals artist. Kati Flory translates her love of fabric and material to include beads. Her designs incorporate beading as part of the fabric and textile industries. So that's really interesting to see how beads are also a fabric. Catherine Shriver, a visual artist from New York, introduces her pathway to the world of beading and highlights the importance of enriching the beading experience by being aware of the different cultural and creative traditions from which beading comes to us. She highlights several artists of she highlights several artists. They are 2 contemporary bead artists. Our 5th artist, Kate McKinnon, is well known on both the national and international platforms for her work as a contemporary geometric bead artist. And she heads up the Contemporary Geometric Bead Open Source Group. Kate will explore the possibilities, and there are many, and she will talk about all of them, I'm sure. The possibilities that the contemporary geometric beadwork can have in the fields of education and science. Each of these artists have provided a brief bio and overview of their lecture, and these will be posted, as Sam very aptly went over, on the Norgard website, and they will be available for you to enjoy at your convenience beginning the 24th of July. In closing, our team welcomes you to the 2021 project led by Sam Norgard, and we look forward to your participation. We look forward to getting those beautiful pieces, those flowers that you create and send to us as part of the final project.
So signing off from Savannah, I'm Sam Norgard, and with me is
Tana Felicia Flagg.
bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Be happy.